I'm gonna ask everyone just a short brief before we start, a little introduction, because maybe there's few of you that weren't here yesterday. So just 1 minute introduction of each one of you. We're gonna start from my left, which is Dev Karen, and he's been on, so it's gonna be easy for him. Just 1 and 2 minutes, and then we're gonna drive. We're gonna start after with you, Rosemary. Yes, thank you, because ladies first. And what we're gonna talk about basically is how did you build whatever you've built in Asia, your company? How did it come? Where did it come from? What was the journey? And also, what are you keep on building? Because it never ends. So basically, we're gonna start with F. Karan. Just a brief introduction.
Thank you so much, Bruno. I feel I just spoke like 2 minutes ago.
That's it. That's why it has to be brief.
Yeah. So, hotel owner, operator, hospitality technology investor, and today advisory for real estate companies. And one of my partners is right here as well, Utopia Corporation, in the room. So, yeah, just helping on the advisory side, looking at the intersection of technology, culture, hospitality, and music, actually. So that's a great introduction.
Okay, Rosemary.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Rosemary. I'm the founder of the company Realux. I'm just actually different from everyone here because I do the private jet charter, and I'm the representative of Thailand for the Thailand Trader Visa. And then, yeah, I started my company because actually my background, I have like I don't want to say this, but I have 30 years experience in aviation, both commercial and private jet. So I did start my company in 2019.
Okay, we're gonna stop here. You will develop later. Go on.
Yeah, hi. Morning, everyone. Glad to be back. So we represent a company started about 30 months back called Elevas. The name stands for Elite Villas and Apartments. Also from a Hindi name, Elite Homes, Elite Nivas. Nivas is the Hindi name for homes. We are a 30-month-old startup. We are across the country in India, pretty much across all parts of India. Expanding very soon to Sri Lanka and Dubai, and then coming very soon, hopefully once we understand regulations in this part of the world, to Southeast Asia as well.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Warren Golgoying. I am the Chief AI and Product Officer for Boom. Boom is an AI all-in-one PMS. Basically, we went out to market around 3 years ago. It was built based on an operator experience company in Miami managing around 200 listings, and built because of the need to scale. And we built it from the ground, AI driven, very focused on the problem and advances that we got today.
Right. And we're gonna finish by myself. I'm Bruno. I ran in Thailand about 15 years ago. And there was a need of short-term rentals agency. So start to build a short-term rentals agency, then management, and then on the top of management, services around the management. And then up to now, a law firm with everything focused on tourists from one side and then expats from another side, always focused on tourism. And that's it, so 15 years back up to now, and still developing. So that's the interesting thing is the idea, how it came in, the source, the development, difficulties and challenges on the development, and then the final, which is never-ending search, and how you continue to develop this all your companies, and what is the turns that came on the way. So we should start with ladies first. Yes. So how did you come up with that aviation company, private jet, and so explain to us what was the process?
Okay, so actually my company started in pandemic time because that time no flight was allowed to be on scan because everything. I got a call. My business started from one food call from the customer that he called me and he want me to manage his aircraft. So I start to, why not? So because I've been in the industry for 30 years, I do everything for operation. Actually, I'm not really in the front line, but anyway, so they trust me. I start with managing one aircraft, maybe similar to when you manage a property. So I start to do the charter, and then everything comes in. So we start from that managing aircraft, we do ground handling, we do supervision every airport in Thailand. And because of my connection, I have actually working in with European Airlines. So anything then, if I can just pick up the phone. So actually my company started with a phone call, and also operation, everything I just call it a professional. And that time is really good because we're in aviation people, we don't have job, and then so I have so many like a bunch of special professional people and work for me. So we start from private one aircraft, and then I start to private jet, take care of when people come to Thailand, they ask me like for the long-term visa. So I called Thai government, and they appoint me to be authorized agent for Thailand visa.
Oh, so it's not only private jets, it's also other services.
Yeah, all the service, because the passenger that you carry on the aircraft, they have the spending power. They want to buy a house here. They want to live in Thailand. And I also have the service called LSA. That is a last assistance service. Everything that you need. So I actually have this group of the cabin crew that they have experience flying like first class, business class. So I collect all of them to be your last assistant. You have your PA. You can do anything that you want in Thailand. And actually, I can say that it's worldwide as well.
Okay, so now you have one office in how does it work? You have an office in Bangkok with how many staff and how many departments? How do you do?
Actually, the office is in Bangkok, and the core is only 4 people. Like I have me and my partner there, and I have one finance people helping me, and the other one take care of operation and contact authority like airport, this and that. But we only have 4. But actually, I can say that I have a big team because, as I say, like everyone, after pandemic, I have professional, many people stay at home. So if I want anything, like for example, for last month, I have a flight in Vienna. I just call my team that I work together. So they're happy to work for Rose. So it's just like I can say that I have lots of people working for me.
Okay, and how do you see? So now you could how do you see? What was first of all? What was the difficulties of setting up? Because for all of us, setting up a private jet company is like, oh, whoa, okay, you must have, obviously you tiny, so it's easier for you to actually build and connect in Thailand. But what was the most difficult thing for you to grow and build up?
Actually, I can say that the majority of my customer is not Thai. We fly in foreigner into Thailand. So, and because of my experience, I am actually in the team of starting private jet in Thailand. I'm the one who started private jet in Myanmar, in Cambodia. So I have to have a chance to traveling overseas and to promote my company that time. So they not only know my company, but they know Kumrose as well. So that bring me connection and things. So when I want to start my own, it's really easy. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I'm glad because for at least for bird, it's easy, which is normally not the case. But okay, I'm glad that it happens to you. So your future, what do you see now? You want to develop other department, another branch, take another direction, maybe add another service?
Actually, my company really not start the business plan, the fancy one. Everything's from demand. It's just like for my first customer call me and want me to manage my aircraft, and then the next is that someone want the Thailand visa. So that is my development is up to the demand. And now I have my customer want to buy a property and they want me to manage the property. That is why I'm here today. I want to learn more. I want to find water channel because I cannot do everything by myself. I need a good team, and I have to make sure that my customer will be in the good hand of people that's special.
So if I read between the lines, you actually here to fetch some collaboration and to build up a short-term rentals. Is that correct? Yes. So guys and ladies, there you go. There's one maybe connection to be done and collaboration to be made, which is this event it's about. Isn't it, Keith? Yeah. Yes. Okay, thank you. Thank you to pay attention. The fact that
Look like they just add something as well.
go ahead.
I really appreciate, Rose, what you shared. And sometimes, and I really see a parallel and the parallel is that oftentimes, like, you can come up with a business plan and you can have all this elaborate, like, you know exactly what your margins are going to be. You have like a whole marketing plan, sales strategy. But the funny thing is, most businesses actually come through inquiry. So this is something that you said, you got an inquiry, you had a phone call. And that's exactly how, thinking back in like my family's history as well, we had a phone call from an African customer for textiles and embroidery around like maybe 2.5 generations ago for a specific item. And then next thing you know, we are in the embroidery business. So it's just the inquiry is such, it sounds so simple and rudimentary, but an inquiry could lead to potential business. Just an inquiry.
So you just act on it. So it's a spark for the business. So it's how sometimes the business start by one single inquiry, which is also true on one single idea or sometimes one single trip. We're gonna go maybe to India now, Rivik, right? Maybe explain a little bit how did it come up and the journey.
Yeah, so I think Elevas came into being with a marriage of opportunity and passion, and I'll try and explain both. So before Elevas, I used to run India's largest online travel company called Make My Trip. I was setting up the hotels business for them for about 8 years. I was the chief operating officer for them. So I worked very closely with every big brand that you can think of, pretty much of their global leadership, India leadership, APAC leadership, and realized that, what amazing companies had been built in the hospitality space for over hundreds of years, and each at scale and delivering consistent experience at scale. So now when we got into analyzing what's really happening in the homes and apartment space, we realized that, the demand and supply side, which are the two key elements of any business, are growing 10x faster than hotels, right? So apartments and villas are growing 10x faster in demand for consumers, and on a smaller base, no doubt, and 10x faster on supply, which is more critical actually. And yet there is no big brand in our parts of the world, big brand as dominant as, let's say, a Marriott or Hilton or a Taj or whatever, right? And I think that was the opportunity. That was understanding very deeply. So that was first. Me and my co-founder Karan, he was here for brief 10-20 minutes yesterday because the theme was, we were both very passionate about two things. One, real estate, and the other being travel, obviously. And I think both of these opportunities coming together, looking at really how fast the growth is happening in this space, and the fact that there's a massive gap in the market, and the fact that, it's like that ikigai, if you've read about it, which is when your passion meets your opportunity. I think there can be no better opportunity in that sense. So we are lucky that we are building in a space that we love, both intersection of real estate and travel. And I think that fortune is what's helping us grow. We are currently, like I said, about 30 months old, 650 odd properties with a phenomenal experience score. So we blend in, like Dave and everyone has talked about, bringing in technology to really have you really bring the technology yet not lose the soul. I think that's what we are trying to attempt. That was very good. Yes.
Yeah. Yes, exactly that. So very interesting also when you talk about the opportunities and mixing with the passion. So I think that helps if you're passionate about what you're doing and you see the market and you see it click, then you would put all your energy into it, and if you put your into it, it will shine on all the people you have around you. It can be your staff, and the staff we will talk a little bit later about how important is staff, and I'm sure how important AI is, but the person, the human side of it, it's key in any business. Could be anywhere in the world. It's always I'm sure to break up with you have 4 staff, but your staff 100% key of what you're doing every day, and you have to rely on. So you have to know when you close your eyes and you're somewhere and you do something else, that them 4 are exactly doing what it needs to be done to continue and grow, right? So this is factors that passion and opportunities, and that's all the ingredients. And I think it's good now because we're 2026, and obviously technology, everything helps, but the human, we need to keep human there, and we need to count on always that factor. Let's go. We're gonna go to United States with you. So what about Boom?
Yes, so I think lots of good points that we've touched, and I would like to touch perhaps like the very interesting point, which is pain. Okay, when you come and build the business from pain. So my brother kind of built up short-term vacation rental company in Miami. Just before the pandemic, 2017, Miami and Florida, South Florida was actually skyrocketing during that time. So he started with 1 apartment, 2 apartment. Very fast, he got to 20, and then he started feeling the pain because there were not enough tools in the market to manage vacation rentals. As stated, I guess, as you all know, right? So whether it's owner reporting or operational management or guest experience, like they didn't, like the market, I think pretty much you today doesn't have the tools to manage properties at that scale. So we needed basically to solve this problem. We wanted to scale. He saw the opportunity, and then basically we started developing software that would actually answer those needs and interconnect with current technology stack, which is always a challenge. Like integrating pieces of software is always challenging. And this is where we started building it up around 2023. And this is where we got like the entire data layer really kind of structure. 2023, AI came out and we plugged it in, and this is where we started crazy new rides.
So that ride is pretty recent, 2023, right? So then
2023, we decided to basically take the software we developed. We decided that it's mature and well enough to go out to the market. I think, a couple of us can relate to that. I see this tendency a lot. Software development is something tough. It's not something that everyone can do. Luckily, my brother had additional 2 brothers that comes from that field in the market. So this is where we actually started to build a much more robust infrastructure with regards to that.
So it's also to using opportunity. This time is using the AI actually to grow. Because now, where are you operating? You do the overall, or which country are you operating?
So currently, operation company at Purposes has been sold, has been acquired by another company. So we really focus on the software aspect of it. But yeah, from my perspective, AI is much more than opportunity. It's a revolution. It's something that is going to change every one of us, the way we live, the way we trade, the way we're doing everything. So from my perspective, it's more than an opportunity, it's a need. It's something that if you brought it up to your business, probably you would have hard time surviving in the coming few years. And again, it brings a lot of challenges, lots of speed, lots of changes that you need to do dynamically today in order to adapt, in order to change. We see it in big companies, we see it all over the market, and we are trying to take this right most effectively we can.
Okay, very good, very interesting, because I think we have not had any single speech or anyone on stage that has not talked about AI. So this is a common factor now for everyone in every businesses. And yeah, so we just had you on stage, but I mean, you said that it started with a phone call, right? So can you explain, Karen, that the journey from that 2.5 generation ago to now, and how all the turns that you had?
Sure, but my dad's not in the room, so that's a long time ago. So basically, I just want to talk about maybe recent history, because I mean, my family goes back 3 generations. So fortunate enough, my Nanaji, who is my grandfather from my mom's side, was quite like a visionary. So he kind of picked up real estate in Thailand when it was grass and buffalo around 100 years ago. We went through the financial crisis, which is the 1997 financial crisis, where we had a massive ego death, which is amazing, by the way, if anyone's experiencing that from a spiritual lens. But I just wanted to say that in recent history, it was really funny because I was working in manufacturing around 6 years ago. I was working in factory floor, textile on Rama 2 Road, doing textiles for West African markets. So that's Gambia, Senegal, these markets, doing textiles with Swiss machinery, Thai Indian family. You can't make this up. Thai Indian family, Swiss machinery, 100% export to West Africa. You can't make this up. You cannot see it in any storybook. Okay?
So, but what happened was the pandemic. So we've always had like a kind of like a legacy property in Sukhumvit Soi 2. Pandemic hit, tourism died. And somehow somebody came up to me, one of my really good friends, who her name is Gift. I have to shout out to Gift. I know you're not in the room. So thank you, Gift, because when Gift told me that, bro, what the hell are you doing? Why don't you convert your property into like a quarantine hotel? I'm like, what about my brand? She's looking at me like, brand? You got a single asset in Sukhumvit Soi 2 and the Anantara Siam have just converted to quarantine. Like, wake the F up, basically. That was a really big wake-up call because suddenly we had to re-question everything, where it was like, wait a minute, a big brand just converted and we as an independent hotel, we're just being stubborn about protecting and not wanting COVID, like, you know, people staying at the property. So the opportunity arose when I had to leave my existing flourishing embroidery business because I'm a person who gets bored easily and I like challenges. So I left that, and my younger brother was like, what the hell's wrong with you? Why are you leaving your bread and butter to go to like pandemic ridden building that has nobody staying inside? Are you crazy? You have a family to feed. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to do that. And so luckily enough, Lohas, product-wise, we really fit the pandemic narrative because our rules start at 40. It's not a cell, okay, I'm so sorry. 45 square meters, kitchen, washing machine, and dryer with balconies. So it comes of quarantine. The product fit the narrative for quarantine. Who wouldn't want to quarantine in a 45 square meter room with a balcony and do swab tests? You know, I don't want to go back into the quarantine time. That was a traumatic time for everyone. So to answer your question, basically, there was opportunity that arose, and luckily we became one of the top performing quarantine hotels in Bangkok, not because we're super smart, it's because it was the right product fit. The right product fit at the right time. Sometimes we think that we're so smart, but hey, you know what? There are certain synchronicities that have to take place for things to happen. The right people you meet, the right collaborations, you know? And sorry, before I forget this point, I think this is really important. Go ahead. So we're talking about AI and the advancements of AI, but I do want to just, you were alluding to the fact that there's this humanness you talked about. Being human is so important, and finding that soul. So I just want to shout out to one of my big role models. I mean, shout out to Greg Braden. Greg Braden is a really big role model of mine. You guys should check out Greg Braden. He's an author, he's a historian, he's an amazing human being. Now, on AI, so my concern with AI and this trend that is going on globally is, despite us using AI, the question is, how do we remain grounded? And this is going to answer your question. How do we remain grounded in our creative potential as a human being and not atrophy our brain cells? Because when you're using ChatGPT and using AI every day in your life, your neural networks are not really working in the right ways. So the question is to do with atrophy, to do with your neural networks, to do with your, your telomeres, basically. I'm not a biologist. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a doctor, but I'm just using simple logic and this goes back to the human question, which is my personal view on this, which I would love to share with everyone, is, see, you can have a business plan, you can have all the things, but I'm of the firm belief that hustle is overrated. Hustle is overrated. The reason why I bring this up is because if you continuously run after money, you will continuously to run after money. You're one behind money. Okay? So the idea here is, how do we tap into that creative potential? Whether it's through music, whether it's through art, whether it is through dance, whether it's through any creative aspect of being human, is where those inspirations come from, whereby the synchronicities that I allude to in the universe through the quantum field and quantum mechanics, which I don't want to bring too much into, but there's science behind this, will fall into place and create greater alignment
where those opportunities will flourish. So it is my fear and it is my hope that through the words of Rick Radin as well, that we find that unique divinity that is within us.
I want to take this one because I'm actually spending a lot of time thinking about this challenge that you've mentioned, like what's going to happen to us as human beings? Like, are we gonna just, tear our brains out? And what I'm kind of thinking and discovering is that AI is kind of like giving us the option to go up a little bit in our evolution. Meaning, instead of investing a lot in a specific route that you choose to explore, now you got the possibilities, and AI gives you the possibilities. You were talking about the quantum field, about the range of possibilities to happen every single moment. So AI is giving you the option to go in parallel paths and explore them very, very effectively, which brings the creativity and open up a realm of possibilities for you to choose from. So you are still the sort of creator, right? It just gives you much more power in that creation. And it actually opens up your mind. So I'm not sure how many of you have been trying AI. I'm sure most of you did. But many of the times, just contemplating with AI opens your mind to a range of possibilities you had not got into yourself. So from my perspective, it's a tool for us to be better creator of reality.
And it was the same debate when the computers came in. People thought the human being, because the computers have promise. So I think, we find a way to really leverage AI and not be super worried about it. It's going to add value. Yes, like responsibilities in every new technology cover, the right ethical standards and responsibility cover that will also come in here too.
I think yes, it would enhance human brain or human thoughts or human behavior, and as long as it's being kept as a tool, and is an amazing, again, is one of the most amazing tool I've ever seen, because even just talking and even just putting an idea, and that idea is straight away developed in ways that I didn't think about, but I say, wait a minute, that is good, and then I redevelop this, and then from there, and then without AI, I wouldn't have gone that point so far. So I think by using AI that way, 100%, that's, but we never place is, I mean, not mine, but it's right. So talking about back to STR, because that's where we are here for. We are all linked to STR. We are all linked to short-term rentals and a bit of how did we start in Phuket, and that's it. Get all the ingredients of all of it. It starts with a simple thing. Hey, we should travel to Phuket because I've heard some real estate needs some property management. Back in the days, so we go back 15 years, there was a very good empire for real estate, but no one wanted to do property management. There was a need of people coming here, managing properties, preparing the properties, getting the people in, market those properties, getting the right price, getting the right services, welcome the people, accommodate the people, take the people by the hand and bring them to the market. So there was a need of that. So that's what we did. We came there, we start to manage properties out of scratch, out of nothing. And with a couple of people, start to get a couple of staff and said, yeah, but those laundries are expensive. Should we build up our own laundry? Yes, we should. So the cousin of that person in Sam can get the daughter and son-in-law, and you could buy a couple of washing machine and do it yourself. Let's do that. Okay, we're gonna start to do this. And so we see a growth, like having 2 properties, 1 more service, 20 properties, couple of more service, 50 properties, 80 properties, 100 properties, 150 properties. And you're right, it was just the pain was growing. And it was growing, but it's not pain. If you use pain into positive energy, you turn pain into positive energy, and with the help of creativity and with the help of localless energy, the local energy. So understanding how, Thai people from my place in Europe, coming here and understand the Southeast Asian sometimes logic, and is for what was logic to me was not logic for them. So I had to understand them, and I say, but yeah, at the end you're right. It's not that big of a deal. So I think it was so beautiful to also extinguish all the fires, because extinguishing all the fires around. Oh, he had an accident. Oh, those sheets are not clean. Oh, the pool was green. Oh, so it was Yuri. He was a witness. It is just all the amount of issues every day. So I reached in 2017, 175 properties with 45 staff, with 5 taxis, with pool teams, cleaning teams, maintenance, renovation team. And it was just waking up in the morning, getting all the chat, because what you do to be able to manage everything, you create different group chats. And you have a group chat for maintenance, you have a group chat for clean, you have a group chat for pool, you have a group chat for riders, you have a group chat for, and you have to manage 50 emails accounts, 18 group chats. So you become the machine of how am I gonna solve by 9 a.m. at least 60% of them. How am I gonna solve that? Because I won't solve them all. So I'm gonna get an Airbnb bad review. I'm gonna get a complaint there, so I have to be careful, because if I get a bad review, it will go from 4.85 to 4.78 in my rating. Jeez. And I have to answer that review because that guest was not right. He said that because he came here, an Airbnb guest, he took 10 pictures of the property, sent to Airbnb, and get 30% of the refund. That's not fair. So all those pain, I like how you call it, because it's true, because it's painful, because you're passionate. And when you're passionate, everything hurts. So you have to build up that strength, and you have to become that iron STR man that all have all the gadgets and go around and extinguish the fire. Keith texted me 2 months ago, hey brother, we've got this and that speaker and this. I said, Keith, stop the extinguishing fire at the moment. I get back to you in 5 hours. And I was just running around in Phuket and go there and solve this. So, and it all rely on human. Now AI for sure will help processing, will help in time management. Because then again, when you do STR in a large volume, if you have 3 villas, that's good. Because you get villa number 1, villa number 2, villa number 3, and you have time to go to this one and do a very personal and service and personal attention to the number 2, to the number 3. But you don't have time if you have all the west coast of Phuket with the traffic. Jay knows about that, about west coast Phuket traffic, right? That sometimes to do 10K, it takes you an hour and a half. And it may be the same in Bali. So how do you do all that? Where do you find solutions? By being creative and using all the tools you have. Because short-term rentals, it's an easy business. It's a difficult business if you want to reach the OTA best rating and have behind you a frame with silver, whatever recognition, award, what like Airbnb gave what was that Airbnb gave last time? I don't recall it, but it was the excellency in host or whatever. So, and that is what the clients will see, together with, like Lorenzo was saying, the quality of the picture. So it involves so many things, and you have to like juggling with all the factors to make sure that when the guest will scroll, he will see your property and he will say, that sounds good, how many reviews? Yeah, well, let's go to this one then. And then when he would click, and all the process will start to flow, and it has to be as fluid as possible, and as efficient as possible, and as competitive as possible. So at the end, it's a nice tom yum soup, short-term rentals, and you have to make it as spicy as possible to get the better results, and then so the guest is, yeah, that is good and it tastes good. So I'm gonna be back here.
And make you for some tom yum soon, okay?
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. So, yeah, STR is being a passion for 15 years. Obviously, still doing it. I still have all the structures to do it, and I will obviously after this 2 days, I will start to think about them. Maybe I should, see them too, because they've got interesting things to do. Or maybe I should collaborate with you, or maybe I should see, maybe next week have a cup of coffee with you to get some more properties on board. So that's the use of those 2 days that's never been done before, is how we're gonna get all those ideas, all those experiences, because in this room there's a lot of difference, but at the end fairly similar experiences through motivation, through opportunities, through creativity, perseverance, consistency. So all of that will make that next year we will not be, probably not, that many people. We will be 3 times the size of the room, and that's obviously with Keith we're gonna work on that, just to make sure that this has its topic. It's a very important topic now in tourism world. STR is not that thing that if you don't go to a hotel, you're gonna book an apartment. It's not. It's a very defined and important sector in the tourism industry, and we all kind of very important actors in that topic, right? So yeah, I don't know if you wanna go ahead and if you wanna add anything.
I just we wanted to add something. So I'm not anti-AI. Okay. In fact, I'm very, very clear about where I place AI. Let AI focus on the brains and let humans focus on the heart. So when it comes to, so just to summarize what you were saying, in like a very simple statement, the laborious tasks, the tiresome tasks, and let AI do that. But when it comes to like the human part of it, the soulful part of it, that's where the human touch comes in. That's where the heart comes in. And I want to say something here, because this part is actually crucial for humanity's survival in the next AI wave. Because I'm not going to get all dark and Dr. Doom with everyone, but if we do not cultivate that heart coherence with the brain, and we don't cultivate this, the creative aspect, then there's no doubt we will get replaced, and welcome to Terminator. So the point is that I think that there is a very, and on STR, I want to say something as well. So Ritvik, with what you have built as a company, I see this as a beautiful market validation. This is market validation, okay? Your growth rates, your vision, your thinking, you coming from that Make My Trip background with all the hospitality, you have seen the gaps in the market, and that's why you're entering in this space. Otherwise, you wouldn't be there.
Actually, the biggest validation came in when the 3 best technology investors came and invested in us. So Sequoia, which is now about big 15 in our parts of the world, Vertex, which is an offshoot of Temasek, and one of India's largest VCs as well. And that's when you realize that this is not just, you cannot build a brand at scale without really having technology at the center of it, right? And that's, if Marriott were to be born in 2026 or 2023, Marriott would have been born as a loyalty company called Bonvoy in the space of hospitality, not the other way around, right? So that's what we could really understand, that technology is at the center of STR. Without technology, we cannot scale. Yes, you can do 3, 4, 5, 10, but that's not going to create a brand which consumers can trust across the globe or across the region. And I think that's where we all come in together to say, what I liked about what Boom is bringing to the market is that this is something that you have tested yourself. So once you test online, like Dave was talking yesterday, like we really hardcore test each and every product, because each of these products are going to become the core of your service offering. If you get that wrong, it's going to become very, very difficult to, one, bad step can take you back 3-4 years. But yeah, I'm very happy to see this coming together, and hopefully we'll have a long way ahead, and inshallah next year 3 type 4 people.
Yes, exactly. So, first I'm gonna say is, do we have any questions for anyone of us, yes, on stage who wants to ask some particular questions about any? Because now I'm gonna leave the final word, a final sentence for each one. We're gonna start on the top over there, Mr. Boom.
Yeah, final sentence. Well, I can do it with my colleague here. Right now, our objective is to see how we can free some time for us and just handling like the burden to the AI. And it's about, like I was watching it in my doc, it's about moving the meter. So take your most boring, tiring task and see how you can offload it so you can be more focused on creativity, on heart and feeling and emotion. But for your future questions, whether it's a topic or this topic, yeah, I don't think any of us knows, because the genie is out of the pot. Okay, and I'm not really sure what's going to happen with this genie, but I think that as a human race we really need to pay close attention and make sure that we are heading to the right direction, because with a very slight wrong turn we can be in horrible places, but we can be in beautiful places, so we can build our heaven, and it's all around us decide which path we are taking.
Thank you very much. Riddick, last sentence for you.
I think from at least the parts of the world that we come from, which is India. And so India domestic tourism and India outbound tourism. And outbound tourism with a little bit of, the PICMA, which is to say short haul, 0 to 5 hours. I think this is going through a boom which we haven't really seen ourselves coming, right? So the hockey stick growth, which is going to come in ahead in the next 4-5 years and beyond. I think the times are very exciting. But I would like to end with just one small point, which is what the essence of STRA in this conference is, which is the right collaborations will help us win. The right collaborations will take us ahead. If we have to create a brand and various brands across the world, whichever really brings STRA, which is a consumer demand need, right at the center as a trustworthy option, I think we got to collaborate and grow together.
Very good. Rosemary.
Okay, for myself, I'm really enjoying listening to all of you guys. But then for myself, I think the service is behind the success, because like when I'm working, like for aircraft, you have Boeing, you have Airbus, and there is a machine. But what make life in there? You put life, put your heart in there. So service is my success. And then I think that is for me, just remain the word of service.
Very good point. If Karen, last sentence for you.
Yeah, so from my side, I just wanted to leave a thought, inkling. I think that what's really important, at least within my own personal journey, is how music has played a big role. Music, when you go to a rave, for example, if anybody's into raving and partying a little bit, of course. So, there's no culture, there's no religion, there's no borders, there's nothing. Everybody is just dropping on that beat, and it's just, there's that dissolution of all the polarity. And I think that what's really my last thing that I want to leave with it, and it's going to be linked with STR, is as we see the rapid rise in the hyper fragmentation of the guest profile, if we bring in that creative aspect into what we do, the future guest will resonate with the product, the service, the innovations that is being offered, and we will all thrive as a community and as a society. So I'm very excited. Keith, congratulations to you, and congratulations to you as well, Bruno, for bringing up such an amazing and incredible platform. I think this is the hot topic of the hour, and I've been to way too many hospitality conferences, so this is a breath of fresh air. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm gonna finish with 4 words, very, very important words, which 3 of them are key. The first word is gather, right? We gather. We just gather together. The second word is connect. So we gather, but well, can we connect? We've connected. And now we have to grow. So that's how I would call. If I had to give a name to those 2 days, I would give that name and I would add a fourth one. Less important, but key in this moment. Gather, connect, grow, and coffee beret. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very much.